So in this example, this is a Class A address. This is the second example in this series of Class A addresses I'm going to subnet. And I'm going from 2 hosts to 100 hosts in this example that I want to create subnets for Class A address. So I want 2 subnets from network address 10 to 10.1.0. So each subnet will have 100 host addresses. So there's a user VLAN 11 and a user VLAN 12. So I've got a lot of hosts in this case. I've got 2 user VLANs, 100 hosts each, just 2 VLANs. And I want to calculate the subnet mask that I need for 100 hosts. So in this case I need 100 hosts, so that's a lot, but it's right at the top of the table. The 126 will work, so that's like 126 hosts requires a /25 subnet mask. That's 7 host bits. So that's what I'm going to use, /25. So the subnetting table shows me that I have to assign 7 bits to the hosts, and only 1 bit is available for the subnets. So to calculate the host, it's the first 7 bits, and that gives me 127, plus the number 0 is 128, minus 2 for the network and broadcast, and that's the 126, gives me the maximum number of host addresses available, which is of course more than the 100 required. So calculate the number of bits available for subnets. So back to my table, if I go to /25, that's what I'd have to use. There's only 1 bit available for subnets, and that gives me 2 subnets. So that's not a lot. There's a lot of hosts though, so it's used a lot of times for larger user VLANs where I'm still using subnetting. So there's the 7 bits, and there's the 1 for the and it's only 1 bit, so a 0, 0 and 1, or 2 values, /25. So I'm creating 2 different subnets from that Class A address, and each one is going to have up to 126 host addresses or interfaces, if you want to think of it like that. So what's the subnet multiple? That's the next question. So the subnet multiple, I need to go over to bit position 8, and what is that? That's 128. So easy enough. I know the multiple is 128. So there it is, 0 and 128. And this was often used a lot just to take a switch, a layer 2 switch, and just carve up 2 VLANs. And so you put each one user in one VLAN and another one in another, just so you don't have 250 some in a single VLAN. It's just much better designed to put user groups into smaller VLANs. And so you'd set up a switch and assign one group to 0 and the other one to 128. It's a common practice. So calculate the network address, broadcast, and host address range. So I know my multiple is 128. And again, I just wanted to describe how this numbering works. It's a little bit arbitrary. There's so much of it available. I could have went 10.20.1 if I wanted to. I decided to go with .1, but I could have went with .2. If I needed more than 2 subnets, if there's more switches, then I would go to 10.2, for example, and do the same thing all over again. Or I go to 21, 25, there's lots available there. I just want to show how the number works and how you would jump to the next group of subnets. To the assignment VLAN 11, the 0 subnet, so there it is there, 10.10.1.0. And that's 1 through 126 and 127 for the broadcast. And 128 is the next subnet network address. And then 129 through 254 is that host range. And then 255 is the end of that range. After that you'd have to go to 10.10.2, for example. And that's how I've got it assigned. There's the 0 subnet, and there's the 128 subnet, only 2 of them. /25.